Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to be making a cityscape using different shapes. Who in here likes to build with blocks? I hope a lot of you are saying me and raising your hands because that's one of the things I love to do with my little boys is to build with blocks. Well, we're going to build with some shapes. So we're going to make our blocks out of using different colors of paper. So you are going to be cutting and gluing today to make a collage on your paper. Remember, when we use scissors, we have to keep our thumb pointing up, okay? So I'm going to just show you how you're going to make your shapes and then glue them down. And if you need help cutting things out, just ask. It can be a little tricky. You're going to get some paper, different colors, and you're going to hold it in one hand, and then when you're cutting, you're going to just cut the shapes out. Now I just cut this shape out, and this is a rectangle. If you wanted to cut a square, you're going to have to make sure that you cut it so it has kind of even sides, right? A square has all even sides. A rectangle is got two longer sides and two shorter sides. You don't want to make your pieces too teeny tiny because we're going to be using them as our blocks. I'm going to cut that again in half. And to make a triangle, when you hold your paper, if you come in from the corner of your paper and cut like that all the way across, you get a triangle. Then you can turn your paper and cut another triangle. And look at, now I've got another square. So you're going to do that with a bunch of different colors. It's a little more tricky to cut out circles. So if you want to use your pencil or a pencil, I'll use my Sharpie marker so you can see it. On some of your scrap paper, maybe I'll do it with green. If you want to draw a circle and then use your scissors to go around the line that you drew, that might be a little easier if you want to make some circles. And then you don't even have to stay right on the line. And then you can flip it over so you can't see your line that you drew because you can still see my line. You can flip it over. When you glue it down, you won't be able to see the line. So I'm going to cut some more pieces and then I'm going to show you how you're going to glue these to make them look like a cityscape. A cityscape, that's a pretty funny sounding word, isn't it? A cityscape is actually just a bunch of buildings. So I'm sure you've all seen pictures of New York City or big cities down like in Florida, or maybe you've even been to a big city. They have lots of buildings. So after you get your shapes all cut out, you can kind of push them aside next to your paper so that you can have your paper in front of you and you can start gluing down your shapes and building with your shapes to make your cityscape. So, just like you would if you were building with blocks, you're going to start at the bottom of your paper and you're going to glue down one piece to start with. So I've got a glue stick, and if you are not using a glue stick, if you are waiting for glue to be put on your paper, then just be patient. But you're going to glue down. When you get glue, you're just going to start gluing down your shape. So I've got a yellow one here. I want to get a different color on top of it because I want my different, oops, my glue sticks fell apart. I want my different buildings to have different colors. I don't want them all to be the same color. I'm going to use some of my other glue because it looks like I'm running out of that one. This might be what your paper looks like. You might be getting glue put on your paper like this so that you can have lots of spaces that you can fill in. I think I'm going to put my green circle up here. This is not going to look exactly like it would in real life, so I'm going to have a green sun, but you can have any kind up there you want. I'm going to start building some more. Let's see, I think using one of your triangle pieces is a good idea to put at the top of some of your buildings. Let me see, I'm going to do a red one down here. You're just building up. You don't have to use every single piece of paper that you cut. Maybe some of your littler pieces of paper you might want to put in the inside of some of the other ones. Now it looks like that has a nice big door. I'm going to do a purple one over here. I think I'm going to add another triangle for the top of this one. It's getting pretty high. I'm going to make this one a pretty high skyscraper. That means it's pretty tall. It's way taller than the rest of mine, aren't? So that one's a big one. I'm going to add a blue triangle on the top of this one. So once you've got all your shapes put on your paper, that's when you can add your details, like putting pieces inside. You're building with paper shapes instead of building with blocks today. In art, you're going to build making shapes with your scissors and then putting them on. I've got extra glue that I don't need, so I'm just going to wipe it off. But you can leave any extra glue on your paper. Just leave it. It'll dry. It'll dry clear. I think I'm going to add this one here. There. And there it is. There's my cityscape. It looks like a bunch of big buildings that are close together. And this is also called a collage because we are using different pieces of paper that we've cut and we're adding them all together to make one piece. And we've done that before. We've talked about collages already. And I cannot wait to come back next week and see what kind of cityscape collage masterpieces that you were all able to make today. I hope you have fun doing this. I'll see you soon. Bye.